to be called an Olympian. Only a select few ever earn that title. And it can change your life. The country's curling elite have gathered in Halifax. 8 men's teams, 8 women's teams, with an opportunity like no other to represent our country on the world's biggest sporting stage. So who will it be? We are about to find out. The 2025 Montana's Canadian Curling Trials, next. It is one of the world's largest natural harbors. Looking across from Dartmouth to Halifax, the site of this year's Montana Canadian Curling Trials. And all of it taking place here at Scotiabank Centre. We've been here many times. This building was opened back in 1978. As on this Saturday, we come inside and say, hello, Canada. So good to be with you again. The family's all here. Joe, Russ, we'll hear from Kathy momentarily. It was back in 2005 that we were here for another trials. The winners there, Shannon Kleibrink going on to Pinerolo, Italy, and also Brad Guju going to Italy with Russ alongside as part of that team. What memories come back to you here?
Oh my goodness, it was like it was this morning, Joe. Like 20 years ago. Where'd that go? I'm going to be right beside Sheet C, right behind it. I'm going to be smiling all week as we want to measure in the corner of the 12 foot to become an Olympian. Never forget it.
As it was in Wolfville in the pre-trials, it is just a field of 8. A 7-game round robin. And here you see the field, and there you see the seedings. Homan, Einers, and at top, Caitlin Laws, familiar names, Kate Cameron. As you look at this field, Joe, everyone, I think, is conceding so much to Homan when you think that against this field, she is 78-2 the last 3 seasons.
This team has been nothing short of unbelievable, Vic, for a very long time. There are so many things they do at such a high level, but I think the biggest thing for this team is how they function as a unit. Soul-crushing pressure at the trials. It all falls on the skip. The 3 ahead of Rachel do everything they can to share that burden with her.
All right, let's take a look at our featured game, and it is Homan right out of the gate as she goes up against Kate Cameron. So let's go a little bit more in-depth on Kate Cameron and her keys to the game.
Well, first to third for Kate Cameron, and this is the key right here in Brianne Harris. She's arguably the best lead that ever played the game in our country. Now she's playing against the best third, I think, ever in our country in Tracy Fleury. How's that going to go? And then keep it as simple as you can. Shorten the game if you can. If you can't beat the great Rachel Homan in 10 ends, try to make it a 2 or 3 end game.
And now the keys to the game for Rachel Homan.
Yeah, for Team Homan, they need to frame each shot. The most uncomfortable this team will be all week is this first game when they don't know exactly what the ice is doing. They need to make sure that they give as much confidence as they can to the skipper in early and offense. It would be a mistake to let Team Cameron settle in here. I expect to see Rachel lean on her front end to outperform early.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Scotties, Canada's #1 tissue brand and the official tissue of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts for 45 years.
The Montana's Canadian Curling Trials on TSN are brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By PointsBet, the official sportsbook and casino partner of Curling Canada. By Home Hardware, locally owned, genuinely Canadian. And by BKT Tires, growing together.
With a field of just 8, there are all the other teams are on the ice. 4 sheets in play. They've had, Kathy, 2 days of practice, Thursday and Friday, so everyone should be prepared.
Well, they certainly are. They've been waiting for years for this event, and they had an extra day of practice. And so we'll see if that makes a difference in this Battle of Alberta to start. Kayla Skurlik and Selena Sturmey. Selena, of course, winning that pre-trials last chance to get in. Caitlin Law is very special for this country, winning 2 gold medals in 2 different disciplines at the Olympics. Will try for her 3rd one, but she faces a very tough Corinne Brown, who looked good at PointsBet. And finally, Christina Black, the local girl that brought down the house in introductions, has a tough match on her first outing against Carrie Anderson, one of the pre-tournament favorites.
And so it is Rachel Homan on the left, Kate Cameron on the right as they get ready to play in this opening draw of the Montana's curling trials. Let's meet the teams now, brought to you by Home Hardware, locally owned, genuinely Canadian. Kate Cameron and her team from the St. Adolphe Curling Club, about 12 kilometers south of Winnipeg, skipped by Cameron, picked up by Elias, McDonald, and Harris. Out of the Ottawa Curling Club, #1 in Canada, #1 in the world, Rachel Homan with Sarah Wilkes, Emma Miskew, and Tracy Fleury. All right, first day, first game. Some suggest you don't know what's going to happen. Well, we didn't expect this. It is Kate Cameron with last rock. She put 2 on the pin to win the hammer. So she'll have the last rock in this first end, playing the red stones, home in the yellow to get us underway. The home and lead is Sarah Wilkes, but unexpected right from the get-go.
Yeah, especially Team Cameron, they had first practice, so Homan would have seen them put it right on the pin, knowing there was hardly any room for error, but Rachel herself ended up in the 8-foot on her draw, so she will not be happy with that.
Just get that fraction. Rachel might have thrown the right weight out of her hand, but just got slightly inside that worn out path to the button, and it dug in on her, and that's not the start they wanted.
All right, but no fear here, obviously, because right away she throws up the center guard.
Yeah, doesn't that send a message? We talk about not really knowing what the ice is going to do, but as Kathy alluded to, there was quite a bit of extra pre-event practice, so you'd expect the teams to be comfortable, but they haven't played a 10-end game yet. And there's always that theory, the ice is going to be best in that first half, so why not get after them? And that's what Team Homan has decided to do.
Yeah, that's that old Wayne Madar rule, isn't it?
That's right. That's
you
right.
go, I'll always remember that.
Yeah.
Just let's go after them in the first 5, because if that's when the ice is best. If you make some mistakes, you still have time to recover. Very nice come around by the Cameron lead, Mackenzie Elias.
Brilliant finish, hogline in on this outturn so far.
Whoa, wait only. It's got a curl. We're not there. Off. Really got a curl. Line's good. Just stay with it.
It will curl.
Hard M. Hard line. Hard line.
Hard M, Emma Miskew.
Hard.
Oh, very nicely judged. Second stone.
Inches, that's okay. Top,
going
top
right around
8.
it. You're on top of it. Top 8. You're going to go on top of it.
Top 8. Yep. Okay.
This front end matchup for me, Russ, is so key in this game. We saw Team Cameron a little bit earlier this season at the PointsBet Invitational, and they ended up chasing a lot on Brianne Harris's rock. She had to play a lot of bail shots. So if Elias and McDonald can stay toe-to-toe with Wilkes and Miskew, that I think will do a huge amount of help in Brianne Harris, still probably finding her footing as a third.
She has to be. Joey, we talked about it yesterday. The billions of draws that Brianne threw, but not that many runbacks.
Can you sneak it? And you, oh, they did. Look at that. And around they go.
3-8.
Got it, girl. Whew, that's like way better.
Yeah.
Yes, just the 8 teams. 10 ends, 8 minimum before you concede. 1 timeout, 38 minutes thinking time. And yes, top 3 advance. And that's already a bailout shot now coming from Emma Miskew.
Really good.
Oh, well done.
Good shot.
Opens up that center line.
Yeah,
Gets rid of one of the reds.
They're in a bit of trouble there. That freeze accidentally, the plan B was probably better than the plan A, and Rachel needed that one at Emma to change the thing around a bit.
It's thin to not touch that, but I'm okay even if you make that roll. Not the worst.
Also, don't hate
Like
going around the
here.
corner.
Just make roll first, whatever happens behind behind it. 10!
And the Homan stone being directly in front of Shot Rock. Kate doesn't really want to leave it there, knowing that it's a pretty short run back to sit 2 up the middle. So this is a tricky little hit and roll. These I always find are the toughest. First end, you haven't seen the ice get worn in. The pre-game practice is usually everything to the middle, finding that draw line.
You could nose this in a hurry, couldn't you? Hit some fresh pebble.
You still got it. You still got it.
Taylor McDonald.
Roll!
She'll catch that shot stone on the way by. Doesn't get behind the guard, but does sit down. Shot stone, top 8.
Worst possible result there. Good try. But I wondered if the comer on might have been safer. Yes, Rachel makes the double, but then you might have a double back and you've got one buried. Now, Homan can look to get a force here. That curled hard, Joe.
Yeah, it did. And we just see that happen so often, though. And like that was a really hard shot, in my opinion. And like you said, it would have been a pretty short double for Kate if they'd left those rocks there.
Yeah, back-to-back world championships for this Homan team. And she'll roll it, and it'll spill too far, it appears, by maybe half a stone.
So the blank's virtually out the window now to generate a 2 somehow.
Does it help Cameron, though, because that stone did roll just a little bit too far, Russ?
Yeah, it's kind of, I guess it's high enough with this brilliant ice surface you can sneak this in buried. It's kind of a guard.
So 2 may still be on the table.
Oh, yeah, and especially Cameron will be really happy that the 4-foot is open now, so if they can ever sneak this in behind, that could be the second point on the scoreboard.
Curl, and you gotta go. You just gotta go distance.
Line's pretty good. They can keep it alive.
Really good. Okay, you're okay. You're okay. Well, sit.
Wow, great shot.
Nice. Oh, what's that? 4. Nice.
That might have been another guess on speed. You had to take an inside line fully across the center. That was really nice shooting from Taylor McDonald.
Easy, normal, and
A little unlucky where it stopped a foot deeper, and then the run back's tough. Now the side that Emma has to hit's available, or Tracy, I should say.
Yeah, I think they were trying to be a little bit higher, but once they knew they were going past it, you almost needed to sweep it.
Right.
Yeah, silver medalist lost to Jen Jones in Saskatoon. She was the all-star skip that year in 21. And away it goes. Catcher. Nope. She'll slide it by.
Hoping to hit that little thinner, save the yellow.
Yeah.
Do you like that? Try to take it for a second.
I like it. You got it.
9-5.
9-5. It's gonna be fresh out here.
Okay, you're seeing curl?
Yeah, you got it.
2 options here. You could play the come around. It's late, and it's a yellow one that the great Rachel Homan will be raising in, so it might not be the right option. But
Weight's good.
Whoa. Whoa, up.
I'm a little.
Curl for a
I'm surprised that you don't. I know it's not your color, but why don't you go behind that guard, Russ?
yeah, you could. I offered that up because because of that reason right there. You roll out. Now Rachel gets the sink one, and there's a good chance you're forced again. So if you're going to be forced, try to get forced to 2.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it just never curled at all.
I think as a general rule, most teams will take a free blank in the first end, though. Keep that hammer, go into the second end, try to get your 2 at that point. So I didn't hate the call. He had to stick. This is a great chance now for Tracy to get one buried.
Little light.
Line's really good. Go ahead then. Head down. You got room. Gotta go.
Fresh
Stay
path
behind.
again.
Whoa. Sarah, take it.
A couple of feet inside the draw to the button that they wore down.
Curl only, Sarah. Curl only.
And they'll just drag it to the top edge of the 8. Well, we know the story of Brianne Harris joining this team after a year away from the game, and we know, Kathy, that this Cameron team front-loaded their schedule. They played a lot. I think they played the Icebreaker in Morris, Manitoba. That was in August. It was all about getting her feel. And Kate Cameron saying to us, she now feels as if Brianne is part of the team, and the team adapted to her as much as she adapted to the team.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting approach. A lot of times when you join a team, the assumption is that you will do everything that the team has done in the past. And you'll learn that way. But for Kate, they said they wanted to play a whole lot, and they wanted to pick Brianne's brain, remembering all of the victories that she has under her belt. And so they too have taken some of the things that she has done, and they have adjusted. So they met in the middle, and that front loading of time together was really about learning. They didn't really care about results, and that's why maybe they weren't so great. But now they've just been training and practicing. They feel that they're really ready to go.
And to Russ's point, one of the things that they worked on was her upweight shots. Just that, because as you said, as a lead, it was mostly down.
That wasn't
soft game.
Wasn't in her resume at all.
Curl, 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 curl. Right to it. Right to it. Keep curling. Keep curling. Good spot.
Great situation there to talk about if you're a new skip coming up. Rachel could have rolled buried, but it really would have been a double guard with the rock that high. Cameron knew how to get there, hit and stay wide open. Then you've got to raise if they sink one.
Maybe a sniff more, even. Yeah.
Yeah, the roll there would have given Kate the chance at a risk-free opportunity to make a skips too. So just sometimes it's those little things you have to remember late in the end.
If we nose, we're not in. I do think that I would probably prefer to roll out than nose this. Okay. Just then, well, either's okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's a short run
too
outcome.
if I have to. Okay, 10 feels good. Feels really good.
Yeah, feels very good.
Brianne just had max set, but even with a 10-5, I'm surprised that didn't come back.
Okay. You got it. Got it.
Figuring out the little spots in the ice, just maybe a hair straighter than they guessed on the hits.
Kate Cameron, ranked 9th in Canada, 22 in the world coming into these trials. You gonna have a roll? Nope, she'll leave it right there.
Good call.
It's a little light, maybe?
Yeah, I like it. The weight was okay? Yeah, it seemed close. Yeah.
Caught twixt in between a little bit, thought maybe she would like to roll out rather than sit right there. So this is the schedule. Again, it's quick. It's over by Wednesday. 7-game round robin, Cameron, and then she'll play 2 tomorrow. And look at that, on Wednesday, her lone game is going to be against the 4-time Canadian champion, Carrie Ainers. As Homan looks to return to the Olympics for a 3rd straight time. Remember, it was the team game in 18, mixed doubles in 22, and now trying to get back as part of this team, 26 in Cortina.
Incredible, can you imagine 3 Olympics?
This is interesting because this could very well end up as a steal here. I mean, this is that not rolling out or getting the roll in behind that corner.
Absolutely. Look where this is going to end up.
I think we want to get it buried.
Look at that, and buried it is, albeit sits back edge of the button. But pressure now is just one shot, changes it quickly. Pressure all on Cameron. And look at her schedule. And keep in mind, because there's just the 8 teams, no teams get a bye. So everyone is on the ice every day. She'll have Einarson tomorrow, and then Sturmey, Skurlik, Laws. And again, we've talked amongst ourselves, as you probably have. You know, if the concession is Homan, then those other games become so important because it's head-to-head that will likely determine who moves on to the final 3.
Yeah, no tiebreakers. That changes everything.
Just wanted to be all there on his end. Just try to cross that
2 choices: draw the pin with virtually no backing, and or play this run back. And this is much more rewarding if you ever execute it.
But they put it on the pin twice in the draw to the button.
That's a good point, Vic. But this is Kate's comfort shot.
Looking to run this back. Is the blank still here for Kate Cameron?
Whoa, curl!
Now Brianne Harris calling line. Here we go. Got it? No, they'll run it by. And who saw that coming? It was all in Cameron's hands. One shot, and Homan steals.
Okay.
Sarah Wilkes throwing the lead stones for Rachel Homan out of the Ottawa Curling Club, the two-time Canadian and world champion, ranked #1 in our country, and picks up a steal of one in that first against Kate Cameron out of the St. Adolphe Curling Club, as mentioned, about 12 kilometers south of Winnipeg on the east side of the Red River. And with that steal, it means that Cameron once again will have last rock. She has the hammer, playing the Redstones here in this second.
I guess that's why you're the best team in the world, Joe. The draw the button went very poorly for Homan. They looked like they're going to give up a deuce for about 10 minutes there, and they walk out of here with a steal.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where any team I hear it that gets asked, how do you beat Team Homan? They say you have to capitalize on opportunities, and it's really hard to do against them. And Kate nosing on her first leaves Rachel the opportunity to sink a draw. Wasn't perfect, but I actually like where it ended up. Back button, it gave Kate two options, made her think about it, and created extra distance for that run back. If that rock is top 4, the run back's made.
All right, first update of this opening draw, and it's the hometown girl from the Halifax Curling Club, Christina Black, against Carrie Anderson, the #2 seed in her country.
Well, Carrie Anderson made a terrific shot on her first. She hit and rolled completely buried on the lid. That is the shot stone. But Carrie was trying to hit and roll away a little bit on her final stone. There is a pocket. If Christina can get to it, she can score.
Christina Black coming in and coming off a win in an event just this past weekend here in Halifax. Was a winner over Danielle Inglis out of Ontario, but gives up a steal of 2 right away to Anderson. And it's a difficult start for Christina Black. She has Rachel Homan and then I believe Caitlin Laws, the top 3 in our country. Back.
That's a fun weekend, isn't it? There's going to be some carnage, Joe, right? Like, you get the best teams in the world that aren't used to losing, and there's a good example I pick on Team Black, who are phenomenal. They can play well and come out of there 0-3.
Yeah, and we've seen it time and time again at the trials. I mean, you're going to see some teams that end up with a 2-5 record that you didn't expect.
Great shot.
Oh, well done.
Beauty. Really good. Great lead, huh?
And 2 other games, Kayla Skurlik, Selena Sturmey blank, as that's Calgary against Edmonton, and Caitlin Laws in a blank against Corinne Brown. Laws out of the Heather Curling Club. Now Laws throwing the 4th stone, but Selena Negovin skips the team, and Corinne Brown from the Kamloops Curling Club.
And no real attempt in either of those games to generate anything in the first end.
Well, then, I don't know why you had to jump in
because
and say anything.
Updates are my mojo. This is what I do.
Yeah.
I was wondering, Kathy. Thank you for that.
Just cancel Kathy's per diem.
I can't eat.
Gets paid by the word, obviously.
Keep going, Trace. Real tight. You gotta go. Hard. Keep going. Get it across the line. Dig. Keep going, Trace. Hard. Go. Great sweep.
Very nice to cover up those 2 stones, as
Just get
it
to
is
it.
Homan sitting the 2.
A hair. Do you like this?
Really important to get enough curl on that guard. If they had left a port, you would have seen a hit and roll for Cameron. They could have sat 2nd and 3rd shot, but now they have to stay on the defense here.
And that's, I think somewhat to your point that you made in your keys to the game, or in the preamble, that she relies now so much on those first 3, and it's about getting those rocks in that right position. And that was the perfect position, and leads to this, of course. But you're right, if that's just up a little short, she's coming right through.
Exactly, and anytime you hear Rachel talking about the team and their success, she's so quick to put a lot of the praise on the 3 ahead of her.
Or we could throw a tight guard.
I don't love it.
Okay.
Taylor was looking to run that onto the other side of those yellows in the rings. They didn't really want to lose their only red in there.
Riding back 4. Okay, tapping high side, right? Back 4.
Yeah. This should be a good speed line. Yeah. Little light's okay.
What rock do you have?
This is exactly what I was watching for at the start of this game, Russ, was just the front ends for each team. You see Team Homan, they've made 4 perfect shots, and now there's all kinds of pressure leading into Brianne Harris's shots.
A little tap. Oh, leave it.
Well, that's what makes that first even more disappointing, because there aren't many times you have Homan chasing you.
Exactly.
And she did.
It's not going anywhere.
Probably could have gone low.
Yeah. Shoot.
What was that?
Do you like it?
14-9.
Otherwise, it's just these two. I don't think you can get low on it.
I agree.
Like this.
I'd love to get over and get that buried one on the left-hand side of the 3 yellows, but you can't see enough of it around the tight red guard. So looks like they're actually going to run. I'm surprised they didn't play the easy double.
Close.
This is not wrong. This at worst open things up.
Just the harder option.
Elias.
Great
And
shot.
look at where it spills to underneath. And the shooter rolls over. It's staggered now and covering shot rock.
Yeah, Leeds can't hit.
Harder of the 2 options here, Russ, but the best result, you make that double, you're sitting wide open, it's still advantage Homan. What a swing of momentum.
It's incredible.
What do you like? Sure.
You can't get that either.
No.
Just don't want to leave it there.
As long as it pushes out a little, it's pretty good.
Okay, so pretty skinny, eh?
Yeah. Like,
Much less than half to get this back. Yellow to go straight back.
All this pre-event practice, they should have a pretty good idea of where to put the broom for these peel shots.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, curl. Whoa. We're good.
that's good, Tracy.
It virtually wasn't there. Tracy hit that very thin. It still didn't drag over enough.
Well, we said they had 2 days of practice. Now, what is it usually? You get 15 minutes per sheet, and I think they got an hour per sheet. So 2 hours on 2 sheets Thursday, 2 hours on 2 sheets yesterday. So, 4 times as much
For the draw.
practice time.
Yeah, and usually that pre-event practice is just chaotic. 15 minutes per
Yep.
sheet goes by
Yep.
in a hurry. You're trying to match both sets of rocks. You're trying to see what the ice is doing for speed, for lines. Like, I remember finishing those pre-event practices and just feeling exhausted, but you're also really stressed out trying to get yourself ready for the biggest event of your 4 years.
Oh, you're going to hang on or miss an opportunity. And
Good.
it does just hang on. Shot rock or second shot on the edge of the 12.
Couldn't be better now that it stopped there.
Yeah, anxious times, but that's perfect.
Good question. Do you want to throw the same way you just threw?
Okay.
No. This looks like a tough roll, and then I'd be guessing on this
sounds
anyways.
good. Yep. How much rate?
What do you like?
Normal? Like down normal?
No, I was thinking normal.
Normal?
A nose hit here. If Kate nosed it again, Rachel's capable of throwing it hard enough to make that flat double. Because the rock will be up a couple feet higher, but they're going to try to roll towards the other red and group them a bit to have a little better chance for a possible double on Rachel's last, or they could give up 2 here.
How are you throwing it?
Yeah, I like this call. Try to group them, because if you play the nose, you're praying that Kate doesn't make that roll and noses it. This kind of puts it a little bit more control in Rachel's hands.
Skip Stones. Here in 2.
Oh, curl.
And now where?
Oh, it's close. This is close.
Oh, are you kidding? Come on. Here it goes. Coming back. Look at that. What a wonderful roll. Well managed down the ice.
Good. Great shot, Reach.
Wait,
See you guys.
That's just brilliant. Watch the rotation in this rock, Bill. Look at it. It's big rotation. So when it hits on the high side, you get that gear effect, and it keeps rotating, maybe even adds rotation, and it just goes and goes and goes. What a shot.
Good shot.
A 10-5. What are you seeing?
A little heavy, so it just kind of
Oh,
bounced
okay.
off. But
Interesting. Okay.
really
Yeah,
good,
no,
really good
yeah.
throw.
Oh.
Really good throw.
I feel that, yeah.
Do you see this moving? I
do.
Hit and roll
Yeah.
a rock.
How's that look?
What about it?
I said
What
10-5,
about it?
right? what I said?
A heavy freeze kind of thing.
I like it.
Joel, this is tricky.
I think you can push this if we had to as well. Yeah.
After a blank in first, Skurlik and Sturmey, Kathy.
Well, Kayla Skurlik made a very nice shot on her first. She went around, she played a hit and roll,
A little bit less,
but
I
it
thought.
did not quite get underneath. It was removed by Sturmey, and so it is the Sturmey team that is currently lying shot.
Really hard line. Hard, Margo, you
She's trying to get to the forefoot.
Hard.
Wow, it's really heavy.
Did that hit? No? Okay, one yellow.
And that will be short.
Yeah, Sturmey out of the
That's
Saville Community Sports Center in Edmonton will pick up the
Did I
steal
get
number
cranked?
11 in our country
Way,
against the number
way.
26 Kayla Skurlik. Kate Cameron in her first, trying to lay this on the corner, is she?
No, I think they're going to tap it with like a board weight, hack weight type
Okay.
thing. It's tougher to hang around than maybe playing a freeze and just bumping it a foot. But
Trying to get it by their own, too. And they do, and wow, sit it right there. Wonderful shot making. Homan and Cameron.
That went big at the end.
Yeah, I got 10-8.
Okay.
That's okay, Kate.
Just
Sorry.
went huge at the end.
Yeah, it did. It looked like it wanted to hold, but it did not.
Roll was just so good from Team Homan. Forces Cameron to play the inside-out turn, which we haven't seen any of yet this game, and just a little bit more curl than they wanted. Leaves these rocks grouped.
Snapped when she threw it wide.
for the wrong player.
I'll take middle. Yeah. I like that. How are you throwing it?
Same, let's go over after Ainerson stole 2. Final stone coming up for Christina Black from Halifax.
Well, and she has been in tough all this, and combination of great shot making by Ainerson and not a lot of help from her team. She has to hit and roll into the forefoot to score. It is against 4.
Oh, watch out now. This is going to be dangerous. Look out here. Here comes Homan.
Nice shot. Great shot.
And Homan will get rid of both. And so those all around the edge.
Sorry, I was like on
That's what will be facing Cameron with her last.
And with that rollout for Christina, that's a steal of 4. Not the start this crowd was hoping for.
No.
Kathy, the Christina Black's last shot, assuming she's still in the same rock twice in the first and overcurled dreadfully. I wonder if that's a bit of a cutter because they liked it out of her hand.
It could very well be, and that's where that matching rock ability is so critical.
Christina Black has never beaten Ainerson. She is winless in 7 tries. And she has that tough start, as mentioned.
Line's good. Weight's close. Weight's good.
Starting to curl, Tay.
So she needs
Starting to go.
T-line.
full 12 here.
Whoa, way off a little. Okay.
She pinned her
There it goes.
draw to the
Good.
button to get her the last rock
Right on the tee.
to start the game.
On the pin.
There you go. That's why I was a little surprised she played the run back in that first to give up the steal and not the draw. But
True.
she picks up the point here. We're tied at 1. Mackenzie Elias from Team Kate Cameron out of the St. Adolphe Curling Club throwing the lead stones. It's our opening day coverage. The 2025 Montana's Canadian Curling Trials from Halifax and Scotiabank Centre. The 2 winners will go on to represent Canada at the Olympics in Cortina. And we are tied at 1 as we go to the third. First time in the game now. Rachel Homan out of the Ottawa Curling Club will have last rock. Has the hammer playing the yellow stone.
Whoa. That's too heavy. 7. Curl. Okay, you're fine. Let it stop.
A little deeper than they wanted. Might poke out in the open here.
Be a long way around to get to it, eh, with that out turn maybe.
I don't
Yeah.
like the double guard either. It's a little tricky though
hate
with
that.
the-
Just top 8, top 4. Okay.
Hey, your winger this way ran pretty good, so I'm assuming this will be
Go
close
forward.
too.
Yeah, you got it.
I mean, I don't have to be so smart, but when you are, but no, I'm talking about myself here. Is
That's what I figured.
Okay, but the point.
Wall line, wall line.
Wow. I have 2 black eyes from both sides. But this kind of shot that shot, where that ends up, if you are the Cameron team against a team as good as Homan, you have to get down on top of it, right? This is your opening.
Yeah. No question.
There was a little bit of room for error, too, there for Taylor McDonald. Because it was a little bit deep in the house, she could have been 2 feet ahead of it and still shot or even tapped it a little bit. Just didn't quite get the line right there. The weight probably would have been close.
Because Homan's not going to give you, Russ, that many opportunities.
No, that's right. Yeah. And it's all about adding a degree of difficulty to your opponent. They forced Kate to a run back in the first end, got the error. Now they've just got another error with a well-played rock. And that's what it's all about. If you could put enough tough shots in the other skip, you're going to win.
Now, where are you going to go? Roll it? No, not quite. So, conversely, you go back to that previous end, and what does Homan do with her shot? Put pressure right away on Cameron.
Absolutely. They're giving up 2 all day. You would have bet a lot of money that Rachel's going to give up a deuce, not Rachel Homan. She throws lots of rotation, gets the weight right, gets the line right, which was a bit of a guess. And to look at the roll here, Emma's right on top of it. She knows she can brush it a little, sneaks it partly underneath. That sets up a gimme double for somebody like Rachel Homan. There goes the deuce.
Key shot brought to you by BKT Tires, growing together. There was a point to everything I was saying leading up. That was, yeah.
Okay.
Just took a long
Maybe
while.
start with the point and end with the knowledge.
We
part.
just took a trip to Annapolis Valley, up to Sydney, and then we got finally back to where I wanted to go.
I just wanted to comment, too, there, Russ, is that setup. There was nothing that Cameron did wrong there. Like their rocks, Brianne Harris made a perfect roll all the way to the other side of the rings, just barely second shot. They were perfectly even. Nothing more you could have done if you're Kate. But Rachel said, just hold on a sec.
Yeah, brilliant roll.
Whoa, curl, 9-2, curl.
Okay. 9-5.
Yeah, they will not be happy with that, Emma.
Just like top 4.
I'm told I'm supposed to ask you about this.
It's only 1 point for Caitlin, but she almost made a wonderful shot for 3, skinny to port, just caught too much of her opponent's stone, and when the dust settled, she did get her single.
A little for line.
To you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. We're back T. Back T line.
There's a great opportunity, though.
Good. Running. Weight's good. Close Tay. Weight's good.
Brianne Harris has her. She's pointing to the rafters here at Scotiabank, thinking this is heavy.
No.
And, oh, yeah, it is. But it will settle finally. It is the shot rock. Just not on the corner.
Because you're a 3-6. Is it just okay? Yeah. Yeah, you're good. Nice throw. Nice, good spot. Big. Okay. So high 12. Yeah.
Yeah, double corner guards is a scary thing for Cameron. Emma able to make a hit and roll there, that would have been big trouble. But a little deep on that freeze gives a little bit of room to tap this out and sit the deuce.
11. Close. Just the weight.
Little light.
Yeah. Just through.
Tracy Fleury.
Clean.
It's been to 8 Scotties.
Yep. Hard. It's good. Weight's good.
Of course, winning the last 2 with Homan and going on to win the World Championship too.
Go.
And she'll push that out, then roll into the open. Sitting the 2, albeit one on the tee line, one back of the tee line.
We've watched this great team for 3, well, a lot longer than that, but this last 3 years. Tracy Fleury, in my opinion, that shot right there, she's the best in the world. She gets the speed right 99 times out of 100, and that's the only way you're going to make a shot like that.
Little big. Yep. 10-5.
Yeah, if that over curls and sits on the nose, that's a huge pocket for Team Cameron to utilize. But that separation keeps their relatively simple 2 in play here.
Or more.
Okay, that's fine. 9-8, just a little big.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Good throw, Brianne. Like 3 more feet away. Yeah. Okay, just like a little bit more. Okay, 3 more feet. That's good. 3 more feet of weight.
Yeah.
Would you ever, maybe crazily,
Yep.
ignore that stone and just go behind those corners, or do you have to play the shot rock?
Yeah. Little light.
What do you think, Russ? I mean,
Sorry, no, you don't have to, but it's it's the Olympic trials. Game 1, 2 here, you'd be really happy with. So you got to be a little, you leave that there this late in the end, you might not get a chance.
It's just because those 2 corners are up there, and they're thinking,
right?
Geez, I'd like to use them. They're staggered.
Yep.
But do you risk ignoring that shot rock?
I think if scoreboard says if you're desperate for 2 or even maybe need that 3, then you might have seen that play. But
Yeah, I thought on my first one I
At
got
the
it out
moment,
a
no.
little bit
No.
more. On the first one, yeah. And then I threw a hair more weight on the second one. A little bit more weight, or was it similar weights on both?
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit.
What did the first one time? Forget. I'm sorry.
Looks like it's greased up nice everywhere.
Yeah.
I'd like to get a sniff under. Okay. I can't really roll much more than I can see anyways, or else she has a free draw under there. So nose isn't worse.
Yeah.
At least make sure to do something.
You almost want to err on a dead nose here. If you try to get cute and roll for shot rock behind that yellow one, you don't get shot rock. You're looking at 2 buried rocks. Or you wouldn't be looking at them because they'd be buried.
there you go.
Well, you just talked about Caitlin Laws on the ice. She is against Corinne Brown, number 7 in our country out of Kamloops.
And making a lot of shots already early in this event, sort of showing that this is the field that she loves to play in. Looped around with the wide out turn. That is the shot stone, but it is behind the tee line. So for Corinne, doesn't have to move it back, but she does need to get full 4 against 2.
Mine's good.
Remember that Brown lost the final of the points bet to Rachel Homan. She just recently won an event in Martinsville as a tune-up for these trials.
Hey, Walt. Bump it. Bump it.
Well, it's the audible now trying to play the raise.
And not good enough. And so a 2 around the edge of the 4. Steal of 2 Laws.
Do you want to see more finish on that to the broom?
That draw looked tough to try to get around that rock top 8 foot.
Just the simple rollout. To Vic's point, you have to bounce on your opportunities. You can't give this team any opportunities. And this is a massive chance to get 3 just by rolling out there. Hang around for shot. Rachel has to hit it. You might even have a double. Now, staggered guards. They know the spot. Sink another one.
What's she saying? I don't know.
Just for weight.
Just for
Line's
weight.
good.
Clean it.
Top 8.
Yeah, Lauren.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
Lauren.
Lauren.
Yep.
Yep.
Line a bit further. Yep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa.
And just like that.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Goodness.
Okay.
Where do you hide, Vic?
Yeah.
Tracy. Sorry, I didn't get it.
Just so well managed and a lot of calm energy from the sweepers on that one. You know how badly you want to take those opportunities and put it on the X for Rachel.
Just where weight.
Emma's on the outside. She's doing all the communicating, making sure Sarah knows where the line is. Couldn't have walked that down to a better place.
Great weight. Didn't want to hang it open and leave the double either. Really nice
Weight
shot.
would be like just top 4, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. And
2 options, one there or get one behind the center. But the problem with that is you can chase. You can chase that quite easily with somebody with that type of skill. So out of the 2 options, I think you're forced to go with option 1, and that's a tough, not very much real estate there for Kate.
Yep. So that draw that I threw 4 feet less?
Yeah, 5 feet less.
Okay.
You have to
You're
get
there on
it
your own.
Okay.
higher than the back one and partly buried. Can't be wide open. Boy.
Don't be overly dramatic here, but you risk giving up 3. This is almost here in the 3rd, a must-have. Trying to hold her just to a single here. Cameron, ranked 9th in Canada, 22 in the world, trying to wrap this around, sit the shot stone. Got to get going. Okay, now enough. And here we go. And there you go.
Yeah, okay.
They were caught. Obviously, you know, you bounce into the open, or do you drag it and try to get by, and they dragged it
Sorry,
too far.
I didn't know
Yeah,
we
and
were.
they were just praying it would stop at that
The last
point.
second, that was my bad.
Oh,
But I was hoping we'd get by front one and hit the back one, but it did not.
Ah, that's horrible.
That's just a really hard shot, Vic.
Yep.
Again, it's pressure put on by a great team.
Yeah, but again, we go back to Brianne Harris, all those years at that lead. Yes, they were, remember they got together, they had 4 skips at one point in time. But she has not been in that situation a lot.
At the Olympic trials.
At the Olympic trials,
exactly.
On top of it, okay?
Yeah, it's just so easy to overthink
Yeah, that's
it.
what we said with Plan B.
I also,
try to make it good. And like
weight-wise, I never heard back 12 from the sweepers, so it might have been a bit of a misjudge, too. I don't know that she had all the information she needed.
Two more feet.
Great move here. What, you know, you can draw to the button and make the crowd go wild, but this gets you just as many points, and you just threw it.
Yeah, it's good. Heavy queen. Just queen it. Queen. What'd you get? 14.
There they are. 1, 2, and 3. Homan puts a tray on the board here in the third. Congratulations to Rachel Homan. They will win the PointsBet Invitational. Rachel Homan will defend her PointsBet championship. Rachel Homan is going to win a 4th Canadian championship in the Homan Empire. Win the Canadian Women's Curling Championship. And that's it, Canada. The Homan Empire will rule the world. And Canada is going to win back-to-back world championships. And it's ridiculous, really, when you look at these numbers. As mentioned, 80-2 against Canadian teams, and the Scotties perfect, the 2 world titles. I'll still remember Sydney against Savannah Tiranzoni, and she had her locked. Tiranzoni just walked up and went, okay, let's shake. I've never seen that. Rarely ever seen that. Somebody just conceded. And, of course, the 7 Grand Slam wins. And this year, exceptional play by Homan. She played 6 events, and she won 4 of those slams. And here's something to keep in mind. This year, she's lost 6 games this season. So this is her worst performance. 6 game losses is
Flash
worst.
in the pan, Vic.
You know, yeah. So
Slow start.
she, her last 2 seasons, her percentage was 90% win rate. Today and now coming in, it's 85.
85, right?
Just crazy.
Look at that 29-game win streak against Canadian teams. It's really hard to wrap your mind around that.
It is.
Keep going to kill it. Keep going.
As we go to the 4th now, and that 3 breaks it open. Homan with the lead 4-1 over Kate Cameron from St. Adolphe. And it is Cameron with last rock. She has the hammer playing the Redstones here in 4.
I think that even to put another exclamation point on Rachel, you know, we talk about those numbers 80-2. I mean, that sounds incredible, but also remembering that this isn't factoring in a club league twice a week. These are against the best teams in the world over and over and over. So you can't even get away with having a sloppy game and getting a win. This is pure dominance like we've not ever seen in our sport.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, it's just the truth, Kathy. You don't hear anyone ever talk about Team Homan having a bad game. It's if they happen to miss a shot, we need to have a way to capitalize. And who's listening to some of the strategies to how do you beat Team Homan? And it's well, you try to keep it close for 10 ends, and maybe that's when you get your miss.
But she's not going to let you keep it close. That's the other thing about her. She's been on that attack mode right from first stone.
Curl all the way. Keep going. Can't hurt it. Keep going.
Boy, this is really has to finish to hang around.
Emma Miskew.
Okay, that's fine.
And will not as it spins out the side.
It's 2 from Emma so far. And like you say, to talk about the odd error. Yeah, the other funny thing coming into this is we know how great Rachel's team is and has been and will be. But the other 7 that are trying to dethrone her here are, you could argue, all have been a little bit off or a lot off in the this fall.
Yeah, I managed to touch base with all the teams in the last couple of weeks leading up to this, and it's so true. The narrative for all of these teams is on the women's side, they've been working through some things. They're feeling confident with the work that they've put in. The results haven't necessarily been there. So when you talk a lot about trying to peak in November, what does that look like? Well, sometimes it does mean making some changes, making those tweaks, and having your results suffer.
Kathy, you want to bring us up to date?
Well, just to continue to build on Joe's thought, the Skrlik game is a great example of what Joe just said. Skrlik last year was tremendous. This year, really struggling with weight, gave up another steal of 2. That's why it is Sturmey leading by 3. And Christina Black and team decided to just run it up and down a little bit last end, trying to get their legs under them and try to find a way to turn this game around. Even if they can't, you want to have some confidence, more so than they have right now.
Now, you talk about Skrlik. She qualified for this event based on her points in the 24-25 season. And in that 25 Scotties, she lost a 3-4 page to Black. So she had an outstanding season, but just hasn't been able to put it together this year.
10-5. Got it. Weight's good. Close. Weight's good. Whoa. Close. 10-5. Yup. Yes. Yes. Right to it. Hard. Right to it. Right to it. Hard, 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 hard. You're close.
Taylor
close,
McDonald
close.
on the rush.
Okay, I got 11.
And Will's just settled down. His shot stone just holding onto the edge of the 4.
Okay. Okay, I think rolling to that perfect spot is tough. Like if you,
Yeah, if I pick it out, that's fine.
Yeah.
Too, right?
Okay,
normal. Okay, you got it.
Curl. Heavy. Curl. 8-5. Curl. You gotta go.
keep going on. You're doing it. Go, 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 go.
Keep going. Try and stay. Okay.
Okay, good try, guys.
8-5.
You know, we forget, too, about Tracy when she joined. Now, she was sort of the,
I like the draw again.
I call her the Gumby of curling, because she was everywhere with a lot of teams, different teams, playing in Manitoba, being, you know, going in here. She had to make some adjustments, too, to this team.
Very true. Yeah, a more rotation, for instance, maybe an inside-out set. It's totally different for her. And keep in mind, she skipped her team to an 8-0 record the last time we had a trials and lost an extra end to Jennifer Jones.
Top 8.
She made an unbelievable difference to a team that was already great.
Top 8. Curl.
Yeah, adjusting to that third position was seamless for Tracy. We didn't even see her performance dip whatsoever.
Well, she skipped it, actually.
She did.
Yeah,
There was one season which it was wasn't very good. She skipped, and Rachel threw the fourth stone, and then they basically said, well, we're going back to
Not out.
what we know.
Yeah, but then your shooter might stay and out count it, right? Yeah, you've seen it.
Okay, I think I need just back line to make it.
Are you throwing like a 12?
Almost the
Yeah.
perfect come around there by
Yeah.
Brianne Harris.
Very nice.
Tiny piece poking out. This might be accessible for Rachel Homan, but it's a little bit higher in the house. There's not a lot of space past this guard. This is tricky.
Yeah, that's what Tracy's was. So sad.
It definitely curls nice.
Got to move that yellow one or the red one quite a distance too. Right? You want to get it ideally out of play.
Less weight, so
Play it tight to the guard. If you wreck, shooter might roll into the rings. These chase shots, you always want to utilize your sweepers.
easy. He's good.
Throwing a 96% game so far, Rachel Homan, as we play here in the 4th.
Curl. Gotta curl. Curl. Gotta curl. Keep going. Hard. Keep going. You got it.
Got it by, sure does. Miss Q, and look at that. Enough to push it through and settle down to sit 1, 2, and 3.
Timo Homan, and Joe can add to this, has added some rotation, all 4 of them, and they're up to, I don't know, 8 or 9, possibly 10 on a draw. And the rocks just glide that much better. You know, keeping in mind they're all textured, they're sandpapered. If you don't have a decent amount of rotation, 24 seconds later on a draw, things can go the wrong way, and they've adjusted beautifully this year, and it's made them even better.
Yeah, and I think another piece of that, Russ, just to build, is you see that like from a Team Mowat, they throw a ton of rotation, and they feel that the carve is actually more effective when there's more rotation. So that might be another reason why they added it on. A little bit more of an effect on managing that trajectory.
And just a simple draw of the forefoot. If it's rotating that much, you've got more time to utilize the brushing.
Pretty much just centering pin on that. Okay. How do you feel about that? Sure. I like that.
No choice here. 3 down. Try to lock one in on that right-hand yellow.
I think we're going to corner low on that one, and then it's a hard removal. Okay. Got to try to be right to it, no tap. But if we can corner a good half of it,
6 feet of curl they're guessing at here. Just a brilliant surface.
11, but same? Do you think that 14?
Yeah, high 3s, 14, somewhere in there.
With where Rachel's shooter sat, if Kate can weld this on the side, it'll likely jam if Rachel tries to remove it. This needs to be nearly perfect. There's a chance here for Kate.
Kate Cameron and her first went 4-4 at the Scotties last year.
Weight's good on its own.
Okay, now it's good.
We're right to it.
Is it heavy? Okay, then whoa then. Whoa, whoa.
We're coming down now.
Go. Yep.
Ah, sorry, that was my bad.
Okay. 14-2.
Yeah, you get it.
Gets there for shot Stone, but not to the second shot, Rock. Okay, update Laws and Brown as Corinne Brown out of Kamloops, still looking for her first points.
Well, and an opportunity for 2. Caitlin Laws was trying to go around in this exact same spot on her final to get shot. It is that red guard in front of the Montanas just died. I listened into their conversation, and they didn't feel there's anything wrong with the rock or the ice. It's just the first path that they had thrown in that spot. So for Corinne, how much did she pick up out of that? We'll see. She does need a good chunk of the forefoot to score the 2.
Yeah, curling just 50% at the moment is Corinne Brown as we watch Rachel Homan. And
nice.
Brown to the red for 2. Oh, gosh, and right through. And it's where she's left it, too.
Absolutely.
Goodness.
Can you even get shot with a nose hit? No, I don't think so. It's close.
I can make this. This one will still outcount you, I think. I don't think so. Do you?
Oh, boy.
It's
Have
close.
to roll and then
If we
worry about
roll-
the jam.
Yeah, right.
This is easy. Easier. Gotta hit like everything you can see and then a little, hey? Yeah. I'm seeing like a 10 here. 10-5 works right there. Let's give a brew more than we've been giving. Okay, 10-5. I have like just all, so.
Electing to throw soft weight and use this for backing and having to roll in, of course, that's not good enough where I've got it. You've got to get it over there somewhere because of Rachel's roll. That will not get you shot rock. That might not get you shot rock. You can't draw. It's virtually impossible to draw. That ended up in a sneaky good spot, Vic. Once in a while it happens. Rachel would have been aware, but her job was to get it through the port. Then when it stopped, it's like, oh, this is pretty good.
There's also that biter at the top
True.
of the 12. So this is against 4. Cameron with her last.
Yes.
As we play here in the 4th, right away. Elias on this. McDonald out in front. They have to get to the stone and get by first. No, she will not. And through it goes. Their pressure is relentless. Homan never stops coming at you. A 3 with last rock. A 4 stolen. Rachel Homan continues her domination of Canadian teams here in this first game of the Montana's Canadian Curling Trials, and she's up now 8-1 as we pick up play here in 5 at the Scotiabank Center here in Halifax. And listen, let's be honest with you. It's a miss. It was a tough shot, but the difference is Kate Cameron is at 63%.
Keep going, keep going. It's a good shot. Nice shot. Might be empty. Okay. Give you the same? Yeah, same weight.
And so we're getting to the halfway mark. Just look at the numbers that the team, Homan team, is doing, and I'll say it's not a flashy 8-1, right? It's just workmanlike, but that work puts so much pressure on the opposition.
And this team is just so good at reading the ice for what the lines are doing, what the speed is doing. They execute, and they've played so many big games together. You make it to that final game of an event, the ice is always a little bit different, and they just have such a great way to communicate, to pick up, to learn from every single rock. They just don't make a lot of errors, and they play well. Sarah Wilkes is at 100%. First game of the trials. That's amazing for the lead. She probably has mismatched rocks, but they've already wrestled those down. It's just hard to come up against that.
Yeah, line. 7. Whoa, 6. Line's 5. Nice light. 5. Line's good. Wait only. 5. Looks light.
Love this play, and more teams are doing it where you're up a bunch. Your tendency, Vic, would be to guard those yellow, and especially the one that's in the perfect position, but you don't need guards when you're up 7. And that's a little light, that one, but they want that a little deeper. Keep it open. None of them staggered, so you could, that one, for instance, if you get around that, Kate Cameron, there's a short run back.
Yeah, that one fooled them. Halfway down the sheet, there was no concern, and all of a sudden I heard Sarah say dying, and they just couldn't quite drag it as far as they thought they could.
All right, so you're in a situation here, Russ, where you're down by 7. You need to generate something. Question was, Cameron, do we tap it back or do we play the hit and roll? And it appears they're going to play the hit and roll. We often say, and you've talked, just move them back. Junk it up back there. Try to do something like that.
Yeah, both answers are good. The hit and roll is more dangerous because if you ever hit and roll out, it's tough to get to. But so the tap back works, but if they're not frozen and you've got the skills that the Homan team has, that big weight ability, you're not safe either. So you could argue both shots were good or bad. I don't like throwing a lot of weight on those hits when you're down 7.
Whoa. Okay. Yep. Get it go through. Okay, that's good, That's good. Good shot. It's off. Yeah. It'll happen.
Shot rock still remains Homan without the hammer here in this 5th. Did you favor one kind of comeback play, Joe? Did you like junking it up, tapping things back, or did you play maybe it's the easiest answer is just play what the game gives you?
Yeah, usually your only option once you get down like this is to play those quiet taps, try to get some rocks to the back of the ring, something that might be jammed on, or if you could make a freeze later. The problem with those tap back shots is I find they're really, really tricky. You got to get the weight absolutely perfect and the line right too. So yes, they're the call, but it's really high degree of difficulty. And obviously when the scoreboard looks the way it does, people are struggling up the lineup. So that can be, it's just a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, so much curl out here. Those tap backs, the line is very tough. Straight ice, you might lean towards those tap backs, Vic.
Are we light? We're a T.
Look at that go.
Hard on this guy. Okay, just curl it for light.
Yeah, it's a hard spot. Yep, I agree.
Well, huge curl, and I heard T-line just before the hog line. That's not close to the T-line, so I wonder if it's slowing down on them a little bit.
It's getting pretty shiny out there.
Yeah.
You're a lot of weight.
In the middle, and out wide, it's looks like it's just a fraction of frost creeping in there. That might have caught that one.
I don't think this will do a whole lot. It's in the middle. There's no frost.
No, there you go. There's the answer. No frost yet.
Okay in the middle.
In half.
It always starts from the boards and works its way in.
Tracy Fleury.
Yep. 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 Whoa. Whoa.
Boy, not quite.
And it'll settle at the back edge of the 4.
Frost. 3.5, 4.
So they've got something possibly going here, Cameron.
Okay, you got it. It's going to be a little thick.
Yeah.
Even when you're that's so good this team is, even when you miss one, it's great. How do you raise that top red one onto the Homan rock and not take out your own?
Okay, wall for line, easy.
Come down. It's light. 3. Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, Homan's still not thrilled with that. You never like promoting your opposition rock into the rings. I heard her say something about frost under her breath, but maybe that coming down a little.
Keep going. You gotta cross. Curl it. Let's go. Hard. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Side. Or is that too scary?
Well, if there is a frost buildup, that's the that means that Greg Owasco and his deputy Mark Shurik will get right on it. And you see he's got the pebbling can out ready for the 5th end break.
He's brilliant, and Mark is brilliant. And in as much as we've said Curling Canada has bought the rocks with the profiles that replicate the Olympics to prepare these teams, this is the 2 best ice makers in the country that are here to make sure that the surface is as good as it possibly can be for the curlers.
Okay, that's good.
So Cameron
Great shot.
in behind cover. Shot rock, though, is Homan, center line back 4. Now, these stones as well, these teams, if they should make it to the Scotties, the stones will be used at the Scotties. They will also be used at the Brier as well.
I thought I was like back line, and I was not super close. So
Yeah.
you can want it.
We can lift and it'll come up. So more the better.
Interesting conversation in the hack. Taylor McDonald saying she felt like she was back line, and it ended up being maybe top 12 foot.
Yeah.
So Brianne's going to make a big adjustment here, trusting that it's a little slow out wide.
It better be slow out wide. This is flying. That happens so often, Joe. You know, you think you're smart by making that adjustment. That did slow down.
Oh, I thought that was going to fly through the rings, Russ.
Yeah,
Good weight.
good guess.
Ended up being the perfect
I'm
weight.
just getting screwed on this line, man.
Well, you're throwing hack too.
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
a tough. It's hard to get good line when you're throwing.
Yeah.
Even nose is fine.
Should come out.
And the point there for Brianne is she had to throw it so hard, and she was correct in doing it. She hasn't got time to curl.
Yeah, she's also, I think, referring to her release. When I talked to her before the event, she said that it was a big adjustment coming on this team.
Gross spot. Pardon me? It's a pretty gross spot.
Yeah, I threw hack. It felt exactly like hack. Yeah.
12-1.
She was saying she threw the rock with a pretty big set on Team Anderson.
I know, it's too bad. Yeah. It's like
It's so
They're
good.
still curling like what weight you're throwing. I guess because they don't have as much time to curl.
There's like a very sensitive spot there that it's going to take off though, right? Like Tay was on a tighter line there, and then they're just like warping.
Yeah.
We're throwing an 11-8. So I think a 10-8 is going to be close to the board. How are you throwing it?
I'll still keep it though.
Okay.
97% for Homan, 95% as a team, Rachel Homan. And they lead it 8-1. And they got to go here. And they need Miscue to help it over. And they do. Oh, goodness. And the inside roll to sit the 2. Laws and Brown, Kathy.
Well, Corinne Brown had the opportunity to force Caitlin earlier in this end, but Corinne on her first went through on a chance to lie 2. And that's generated the opportunity with a nose hit for Caitlin for a pair.
Yeah, there's a stone just sitting at T line at around 9 o'clock. There you are. Tick tock, tick tock. There's 2 more. So they'll go to the break up 5-2. Laws.
If we get here, Kate, we can play this for 2 after.
Touched on the rotation, Joe, of this team Homan. And if they get a dusting of frost here, that can't hurt them. And just a brilliant roll by Homan again.
Yeah, and she was able to make it. So to like I probably have to throw a board for real for hack, or are
In
you
here,
thinking?
not so much. More just out here.
Okay, so let's do a 12. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, that looks close, hey?
Okay.
Hers really went when it started.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little more set.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, compare the way Brianne throws
Try
her
to get
rock
to
to
the
Kate.
nose.
Brianne was saying that she needed a big set on Team Anderson. Couldn't set it enough on that team. And she said she went back to her old release, and that was still too much for Team Cameron. So she had to quiet that down. So if anything, I expect to see Brianne's run a little straighter compared to Kate's.
Yeah. Brianne's saying this should be true for speed. In this path?
It's going to be a little thick.
Yeah, you're just on the edge of the frost.
Yeah. Okay. So 12.
Yep, you got it.
Can you give me a little more arm?
Must
Oh,
make
this
here.
feels gross in here. Super gross.
Little big. Okay. Yep. Little big right now. Whoa, then.
The number will tell you a lot about the game so far for Kate Cameron.
5. Curl. No, they're straight. Whoa, straight. Curl.
And got to lay it there and not roll off, and she does. Shot rock still belongs to Homan.
Easy to pick on a team that's down 7, you know, kick them when they're down, but nobody yelled speed on that, and they're all so consumed with the line.
It's not the first time, though, Joe. You picked up on that earlier.
Yeah,
I never took a
No
big
communication.
when it's tricky on the ice, it's really hard to get a good feel on the speed, but you have to keep trying to relay that weight. It gives that person in the hack that information that they need in order to manage the line.
Like, same shot? Yeah. Okay. Same weight? Yeah. I don't mind throwing like 2 feet less weight.
Okay, so with this rock, probably similar.
Yeah. Just have to roll it, so after the guard carve it. I'm gonna throw it the same, that keep it there.
Sounds good.
Third on the path. Oh, sir.
Okay.
Rolls low, I don't even.
Heavy.
Little less.
Heavy off.
Weight's
Curl,
good.
curl.
Imagine this, if you can get across this
Curl.
nose, tap it,
Curl.
roll underneath. What do you got left of your camera?
Hard. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, not much, Vic. Oh,
Didn't
not
get
quite.
under there. There you go. There's your opening.
You're absolutely right, because it not only is the shot there for 1, I think she can make it for 2.
Just throws a shot.
Good throw. Tay.
Same shot she just threw.
Hair more.
Oh, we can see more than I thought.
Like, do we ever just rip the double and hope our shooter stays with firm kind of thing?
Yeah, we could try for
our
the double
easiest
with
bet.
10 because you could make it if that's how much
I
you can see.
agree. I just don't know that this is flying with 10, because if I hit a quarter rock, we got to just make sure we score. So let's do 9-5.
Okay.
And I think right here. Do you like that? It's straightened up a hair.
Yeah.
I'm not in on this weight choice, Joe. You heard them say we got to make sure we score. That's not good enough. They need 2, and they've got a chance here. And just a soft weight hit here,
You just need to get these yellows out of the forefoot.
if that. Yeah.
I'm just concerned with the weight call because less weight, it'll have a little more time to curl past that guard and get to the piece that they need.
I think I threw more in here.
If it is frosty, are those stones going to move as easily
Yeah, I like that.
with less weight?
They said in the middle stuff, it's not as slow as on the outside stuff. So I assume you could throw like a down control at this, maybe.
Yeah, again,
I'm
you
not saying back line.
No, you said it. You only have to move it a foot each rock. Just makes it. She can make it this way too, but it's a little tougher to save the thrown rock.
Just really precise.
10.
Final stone.
Yep. 10.
Kate Cameron would love to go to the break, picking up a couple here, trailing 8-1.
Yes.
Have you got this now? McDonald, late licks, bang, bang, and yes, you do. That'll help the confidence for Cameron as she picks up 2. We'll go to the break. 8-3. Homan leads it on this day 1 of the Montana's Canadian Curling Trials.
The Montana's Canadian Curling Trials on TSN are brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By Home Hardware, locally owned, genuinely Canadian. By Scotties, Canada's #1 facial tissue brand. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
We're midway through this opening game. Kate Cameron and her team from the St. Adolphe Curling Club huddling with their coach, Derek Samagalski. And as we check the numbers after 5, I mean, I go back to that first. Cameron got off to that really good start, remember? And she missed one shot. She controlled it and ended up giving up a steal of 1, and now it's 8-3.
I know, Vic, I go back to that first 2. Cameron had the chance to get momentum on her side, could not capitalize. And after a rollout in the third end, it was Rachel making a perfect come around the corner guard that generated that chance for 3 points. And the fourth end, Cameron had barely any room for error, ended up wrecking and gave up that big score of 4. Look at these numbers for Rachel Homan. Game 1, day 1 of the trial, she's at 98%, and 68 just is not good enough for Kate.
Numbers after 5 brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. When we come back, we'll just move one sheet over and we'll drop in on the game between Caitlin Laws and Corinne Brown on this opening day of the Montana's Canadian Curling Trials.
The 2021 curling trials were held in Saskatoon. Tracy Fleury was the surprise of the week, unbeaten in 8 games and securing a bye to the final. There she would face the 2014 Olympic gold medalist Jennifer Jones. It was a game that would go back and forth. Down by 1 and with the hammer in 10, Jones had a chance for the win, but her shooter would roll too far, scoring only 1. For the first time at a Canadian curling trials, we would go to an extra end. With the hammer, Fleury needed to be perfect with her final stone.
Get it by that guard! Get it by! No, they will not! Jennifer Jones will go for gold again.
Jones, Caitlin Laws, Jocelyn Peterman, Dawn McEwen, and Lisa Weigel, your 2021 Curling Trials champions.
And all the changes that have occurred over the course of the last 4 years, it happens every quadrennial. Caitlin Laws now throwing 4th for Selena Negovin, Jocelyn Peterman, Kristen Gordon, all part of that game. Yet now here they are playing together, trying to get back to the Olympics. And Caitlin Laws, of course, has her 2 gold medals. And then also with the mixed doubles. As this is where we will turn our attention now to the 6th. Caitlin Laws with a 5-2 lead over Corinne Brown. Laws and the team, which is skipped by Selena Negovin out of the Heather Curling Club in Winnipeg. They're throwing the red stones. Corinne Brown from Kamloops throwing the yellow. And as we pick up play here in 6, it is Brown that does have last rock throwing the yellow stones. This is their 3rd, Erin Pincott.
Electing to bail here, which is not what you want to do when you're 3 down.
Really good, Erin. Really good.
It simplifies things, and you got that freeze opportunity that can be tapped up there now.
This side stage 2?
On our feature game, we heard a little bit of the F word in curling, which is frost. And I spoke to Greg Owasco, the head ice tech. He said the pebble it is not risen above the pebble. There is a little bit creeping in on the outside, but it has not reached the surface. Doesn't expect that it will during the course of the game. It means that the rocks may curl a little bit more. Your precision with your release is going to be really important, and it might be a little bit slower.
Yeah, when one skips curling 98%, you can't really blame it on the ice, can you?
No, well, sorry, go ahead, Kathy.
The only thing I was going to say, Joe, is what Ross has always said is that it's not that he likes for teams to struggle, but sometimes when there's a little bit of adversity, these teams are going into the mountains in Italy, and if you're going to win an Olympic game for Canada, then maybe you have to be a little bit resilient. This is not bad ice at all, but it is shifting a little bit, and your ability to adapt is part of what makes you a champion.
And they are the two masters of the ice here.
Is this Max Broom?
And it's not only about ice. They own a business together. They do horizontal drilling. And Greg said before the game that that job is all about problem shooting. It is about figuring out solutions. And that's really what they do in any building with all sorts of circumstances, weather and crowds and all of that. That's what they have to adapt to. And they are two of the very, very best.
Aaron Pincott. Shot stone remains. The Laws stone. Trying to corner freeze again here. And very nice. It's lonely red here.
Just careful early on those. Like when it's room. What were you saying? I said room early. Try to lock it.
Just don't want to make anything easier for them.
Okay, good.
Like here.
You like here?
Yeah, do you like there?
Yeah.
Caitlin makes a good point. It is
Don't really make anything easier for them right now.
it's a lonely red in there, but it's not easy to eliminate if you guard this yellow that's just touching the center line, top 8 foot.
Okay out here.
So the frost isn't above the pebble line. It just appears that there are some slow spots, because on our sheet that we just left, there was that wide come around that they were saying they're throwing backline or hack weight. So that's just where the teams have to be so precise with exactly what path they're throwing in, and then the thrower has to commit. If they have to throw an extra 6 to 8 feet, they need to know that, and then they have to execute.
Yeah, wide being the key statement there. You know, this early in the day, in another draw tonight, out wide is where you could get the most frost.
Needs to stop! Needs to stop! Needs to stop! Where? Needs to stop, Kristen. Needs to stop.
Laws with her Olympic gold in team play in 14, and then in 18, along with John Morris, they won the mixed doubles gold. So the double gold medalist throwing the fourth stones.
You might take a look at this because of the way the score is. You don't want to give up another steal there, and they're not quite perfect. You throw it really hard, that closest yellow could bounce that way, but it might be a chance to sit 2 or 3.
To try and clip this?
Yeah, just to open up the button.
Like that? Sorry? Try and run it into here?
Yeah.
You guys seeing that?
Are you seeing like 7/8 high on this?
What's that? It'd be nice to lose it, right?
Yeah. The intent is to spill.
Okay.
Well, they haven't seen it,
like
as it
a
hasn't come up
6
in their
3/4.
discussion, your shot.
No, maybe it's for the next one, but I think they're thinking yellow-red back onto the closest yellow, I think. And to Joe's point, at worst case scenario, you might open up for the last one.
Yeah, typically those in-offs, you see teams wait till the last shot, because it's all or nothing. If you miss this, there's really no chance to get in there. So I like this call. Open up the middle. Give yourself something to work with.
Stay smooth. Nope.
Oh!
Watch the side.
Corinne Brown. And we'll drive it across the face, and
Oh, God.
leaves that stone on the edge of the 12.
Sorry, bad throw.
Skurlik and Sturmey as they play in 6. We've passed the halfway part.
Kayla faced 2 on her final. The other yellow stone was pretty much where the broom is right now that's being held. No double attempt, but was trying to hit and roll over that way to make a tougher shot for Selena, but she hit and rolled too deep. She's at the back of the 12 foot. So this is a free draw for 2, needs 8 foot.
Sturmey and the team from the Saville Community Center won the pre-trials about 3 weeks ago in Wolfville.
I love the splitting, I think. Yeah. Do you think that's enough ice?
There's your 2.
Shouldn't go as crazy and shouldn't go as crazy.
To extend her lead now to 5-2 over Kayla Skurlik. Looking for a 4th trip to the Olympics.
Curl.
Caitlin Laws.
Curl. Whoa. Straight. Straight. Stop. Okay.
Yeah, well, maybe you'll see now if they run up there. Yeah, she's motioning it.
Hoping to keep those staggered so nothing could be raised.
Yeah, if that rock's 6 feet higher or even 2 feet higher, splitting the center line, it kind of blocks both of the raise attempts for Brown.
Whatever you're seeing, this is
So
like
you've
nose.
got this
Do you
one.
think that's for Trudeau or
You've got that one, albeit much tougher, and you've got something off of this. Either run it in or have your thrown rock glance off and get in there.
This is nose, so I don't mind it. Okay. I'm gonna hair low. Okay. I'll throw it a bit better. Okay, you got it.
They're all hard shots, Russ. This one to me looks easiest. It's right near the center line, so they should have a good idea of how it'll run.
It's something about it that's like when it's a nose hit, it seems simpler. In
Yeah.
reality, it shouldn't be, but yes. Just about dead on. Any kind of fraction to the center line side.
Huge shot here, though.
Final stone. Right now it's a stolen point.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Corinne Brown. Can they run this straight back? Here we go. We'll find out right now. Bang. And move it far enough. Oh, and they do. They'll lose that one. But that one, center line, top 4 will count. And Brown picks up a single here in 6. We are in Halifax.
You know, it's stacked. You've just got to go out and make every shot you can as best as you can. We look at ourselves and, you know, we're starting with the #1 team in Canada, and all we can do is really focus on ourselves. We want to do everything we can to win and believe we can win.
As good as it gets, a lot of rivalries and a lot of history amongst everybody. I don't think any of us would have it any other way. I think we all want to run through each other, and, you know, that's the way we got it.
Yeah, the men's side starts tonight with their first draw, and you've got the #1 team in Canada, second in the world, Matt Dunstone, against Mr. Johnny Epic. Johnny Epping, #3 in country, and having a wonderful Bonspiel season. That's when we join you tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. Draw 1 of the men's field, Montana's Canadian Curling Trials. So Brown gets her single as we go to the 7th on this opening day.
Okay.
And back to the game that we started with. Kathy Homan up 8-3 on Kate Cameron.
And a chance for a mittful. That red stone that she is taking aim at was Kate Cameron's final stone. It was an attempted draw that slid a little bit deep. It is open. Count them up.
You bet. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and close to 6. I think we'll wait to look at that around the edge.
Very close. I think it's 6.
I do too. You had to use your other hand, Vic.
You know, well, it was busy. Sorry. I was using a pen. Yep. 6 it is. Yeah, that's just. I tell you, I go silly. I go back to that first hand. That changed it all for her. I mean, she comes out of that with a little positivity, gets her single, maybe a different game. But they are relentless, this Homan team.
I was really curious to see how Homan would look coming into this event.
Very nice,
This
Sarah.
event is like no other. This isn't your typical tour. It's not Scotties. It's a whole other animal, and they look exactly the same as we've seen them now for 2.5 seasons. No signs of that pressure, no stress. Even after a practice that maybe it didn't turn out the way they wanted, they didn't have that hammer.
No.
They were in trouble early in that first end, but they're so resilient.
Be nice. Great cleaning.
Well, when you see the opposing team pin it twice on the last rock draw,
Exactly.
you would think, oh goodness, but no.
Yeah.
It's very workmanlike, isn't
Got
it?
it.
Yeah, they're very impressive. We touched on the frost here a little bit, and it sure didn't bother them.
Dr. Sarah Colton throwing the second stones for the team from Kamloops.
Tight.
The family physician after all those years, of
Line's
course,
good.
playing with Kerry Galusha.
Gotta sit for the
At
line.
6 Scotties. She actually did skip once herself remember when they used to put the territories and the Yukon together? She was a skip then. She is a native of Whitehorse.
You like the tight one? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's pretty thin. It's pretty thin, but I like it if we can. Just rip in the middle. Yeah.
Be a little careful to hit this thick. Jam it onto the
Back it up.
Team Brown yellow onto their own red.
Clean.
Jocelyn Peterman
Nice.
already
Good call.
has the Olympian title as she will, along with her husband Brett Gallant,
Low, do you think?
represent Canada in mixed doubles in Cortina. So she'll be going for a second time, having gone previously in 22 with Jones.
That's such a huge accomplishment for her and Brett. They won that spot last year. They've had plenty of time to prepare, but for both Brett and Jocelyn, they've approached this season really just focusing on the 4-person game. Their focus will switch after these trials. I mean, both are hoping to have double duty to play, but they haven't done a lot with the mixed doubles games as they focus now in these last few months on the 4s.
Yeah, very commendable, to support the other 3 in their full teams, because they easily could have said, look, we're just going to concentrate on the doubles.
Line's good. Line's good. Sam, a little bit. Sam, if you have to go for weight. Sam. A little bit, Sam. Okay. 14-6.
Yep. I think. I mean, you can play that, but I think we just feel. Do you like the hitting the center one? That was my first thought, too. I think I like the center. Come down.
I like this too, because Caitlin doesn't like this call from Selena, so they're going to discuss it. And I don't think there's a wrong call here, but we've got to get on the same page.
The guard's just so high and it's off center. It's not doing a ton to help Brown.
It's kind of speed. You don't like that? I don't mind it. I just want to make sure we kill it. And that's probably getting some things moving. I was thinking 10-5. Like, I don't hate moving things around here. I think if we're moving it, we're probably not killing that. And the blank's out. That's my only thought. But I'm okay. Well, this could still go if we just touch the 4, right? Okay. 10-5? Yeah. Okay. Where do you like for ice? I don't think it'll go crazy. I like there, yeah.
Perfect rolled.
You like this? Like,
Skinny this yellow past their own red without jiggling the red very far.
10-5. Yeah.
It's been an adjustment for her too. When you think about it, Caitlin Laws, after all those years, now skipping and now asked, okay, the team says, we want to do this. We're going to make this change. And so she's had to be open to that. It's quite obvious she didn't want to play it, saying the blank, if we don't move it, the blank's gone. But the skipper, throwing the third stone, wants to play.
Yeah, and ever since Selena moved into this role, they've decided that now Selena has control. She is calling the game. She's choosing the shots. And Caitlin has full faith in that.
Stay with
Well, a role she's used to with Jennifer Jones all those years.
Yeah, that's what I chatted with Selena about it. I mean, Caitlin played a lot of aggressive play with Jennifer Jones. I don't know that Jennifer had much of a defensive bone in her body, so she's pretty used to that being called. She's used to having her shots called by someone else, so the transition seems to be going pretty smoothly for them.
And for Selena, it's a role that she's very comfortable with. All through juniors, she would call, but not throw last rock. And so that it's a very comfortable fit for both of them.
Yeah, sometimes when the third's the one calling the game, they talk about kind of trying to predict what the fourth rock thrower wants to play, what she feels most comfortable with. But for this team, Selena's just calling the game she thinks they need to call, and Caitlin's performing.
Yep. Close, yep. Whoa, curl. Whoa, stay close. Close, yep, yep. Hard, 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 hard. You gotta go. Hard.
Pretty soft speed here.
Oh,
hard, hard,
just missed touching shot stone on the way by, but they are 2 and 3 and underneath that guard.
Now this makes more sense, Joe, doesn't it? Because that yellow this opens things up for that very easy yellow double, which could clear the shot rock if you hit it properly.
All right, halfway-ish.
Yeah.
Half.
I think that'll be close line.
Yeah.
For instance, a missed guard here, not that I think it'll happen. You
hang
probably
on
could sit 3.
Yeah.
Thought if I waited till we saw some movement and then swept, but it really kept going.
It's a 10-5.
I just at a 9-1 or 9-2.
Yeah, like I mean, like anything lower than a peel is curling.
Yeah, it jumped way more than I thought it would.
Peels are saying to a straight, and everything else is.
That's the learning curve. Draw 1, figuring out these stones, the surface, the tendencies. Even the hits are moving, which is rare.
Fourth stone, skip stone here for Corinne Brown, number 7 in Canada, ranked 21 in the world.
Sam. Should get there. Line's getting better. Might have to go a bit. Yeah, a little bit for line. Okay. Good. Nice. 15-6.
Just hair big. I like the throw.
Yeah. Just still kind of cute. Peel, or are we just trying to draw now? Okay.
5-2. Selena Sturmey leading Kayla Skurlik, Kathy.
And Kayla's in a lot of trouble. Looked at all the angles to try to figure out how to run it back. Selena Sturmey burying on her first. Kayla tried to open it up. It didn't work. She's just trying to get something out of the house. And will not. Steal of 2.
Skurlik curling just 48%. Told you that she has been struggling this season. She comes in and came into this with a record of 14 wins and 20 losses in 8 events. They did not qualify in 7 of them.
They were so good last year.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's one of those stories, though, where a team has a great year and then they break their way into the slams and those top-tier events when you're playing. Those, they're taking their medicine at those ones. And then just the maybe second-tier events or regular tour where they should be performing, they're just not.
No. Love this call. You could have run in that short guard and killed at least 1 yellow, maybe both of them. But the way they're angled, it's a chance to sink a second one.
Yeah, multiple score here would be huge for Team Laws.
There may be, though, depending where this stops, not quite far enough.
Really came off?
That in off the red onto the red. Okay. Is that a shot possible there for Brown, do you think?
No question, Vic.
I think you're probably doing this anyways, aren't you?
Okay.
I'm going to draw this because it was Vic's idea. Right across there, no question. You sit
3.
Well, 2 for sure. Yeah.
It depends where that goes, I guess. Can you hold that shooter?
You can. I
Because I think you want to try to roll your shooter. Yeah, that's true. Basically hit what you can see. Okay. Yeah.
I'm looking at this yellow top instead.
I think this leaves a better spot, I think, though. Don't you think? Yeah.
Yellow tap to the button, or
Yellow onto red.
you can get enough of it, eh?
I think so.
Wow.
Somebody said hit what you can see.
Yep.
10? Yeah. Do you like that broom?
Hit it a little high side, it'll roll in towards the center line.
Sorry? Yeah, it's there. I just think this leaves you in a better spot. No, this is a 10. Do you like that, or do you see the other one?
I see both. Whatever you.
Okay, this is a,
I think Sarah was just making sure that they saw the in-off and had looked at it and decided that this was the best option.
In-off's a little thin, and the yellow could get in the way, so this is slightly easier, but not a gimme, Joe. You hit less than half, you're not even going to move that red one.
nice 10.
Final stone for Corinne Brown.
Whoa! Close! Whoa! Yep! Whoa!
Went 6-2 at the Scotties a year ago. Lost to Black in the 3-4 qualifier. Oh no. She crashed first, couldn't hit what she could see.
Oh boy.
And now, what's there? Shot rock belongs to Laws at the moment.
You could definitely, with peel weight, make that double. Now you're going to lose shot rock. I don't think you can save it.
This is probably easier.
To sit roughly 3, but it's there's some danger to that.
Feel like back line almost. Yeah, it's gonna hit pretty
Looks like they're going to play the tap, Joe.
Yep.
You like the size? Yeah.
Let's try to slash it over to the 4-foot area.
So big time weight, throw that really hard is one option. They've decided to play the safe play, and I love it because of the score the way it is. You're guaranteed one right now. Why ruin it? Try to kick it in there. So out of those two options, the thin double or the little soft tap, option 2 is way less risk.
Especially because they're already sitting to 1. A single point here, up 3 in the 8th, then that's a great place to be on the scoreboard.
Final stone. Caitlin Laws. They have one in their pocket. Trying to keep it out. Trying to help to hold up the curl. Kristen Gordon. Hold that up. Keep it out there. Now, where's it going to go? Oh, and they couldn't hold up the curl enough. They'll settle for just a single. Laws with 1 in 7. It's day 1, 2025 Montana's Canadian Curling Trials from Halifax and Scotiabank Centre. It's the ladies on the ice. The women getting us started. The men will be on the ice tonight when we join you again at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Matt Dunstone, number 1 in the world, or number 1 in Canada, number 2 in the world, will take on John Epping in our feature game. That's at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. 6-3. Caitlin Laws out of the Heather Curling Club in Winnipeg leads Corinne Brown from Kamloops. And Brown does have last rock, has the hammer, playing the Yellowstones here in 8.
Hard line! Really gotta go! Waist get line only! Hard line, never off! Hard! Top 8! Hard, you gotta go! Top 8! You really gotta go.
Okay, bounce up and not too much.
Samantha Fisher throwing the lead stones. She and third Aaron Pincott and Brown have been together since their junior days when they won a Canadian junior back in 2013.
Looks pretty nice here.
Yeah, using that tighter path, so it'll.
And has the advantage statistically over Kristen Gordon throwing the lead stones for Team Laws. Jocelyn Peterman.
Nice.
With that dusting of frost, it in certain spots. It makes it a little tougher for the team is down, in this case Team Brown, to make those perfect taps, those perfect freezes. They come around through the small ports, the little raise that you saw Caitlin just miss. Those become that little bit hard. Not impossible, but you've got to guess right.
Deeper than I thought we were. So I was like, I don't need to go.
Well, back to the game that we did start with, the first 5, and it's Homan against Cameron.
And very few miscues by the Homan team, but Rachel Hitton rolled out on her final stone, had a chance to lie 3, and by rolling out, all of a sudden now there's a red stone frozen at the back that could come into play. Kate playing the double to try to remove both, needs to stick the shooter, chance for 2.
And does so.
7. Okay, that's fine.
Gets a couple, cuts into the lead, 14-5. Just a reminder, you have to play 8 before conceding.
Guard. Just sit right there. Yeah, I like that too.
Oh, wanted to get at least one of those. Scoreboard call here, I think, Joanne.
Yeah.
You could loop another one in there, but making this red double or yellow double and possibly guarding would be the perfect move here. Get it just right. You actually have a bit of a guard or in the rings for sit 3.
Oh, and it just does catch the top. So they are sitting 3.
Very nice. Did you say for Jocelyn, you're already in, you're already going, your tickets are booked? Is there a little less pressure on her this week?
I would think so. You could play a little bit looser, but she's also spent the last 3.5 years with this team striving for this goal. So I don't know that you would be, any less intense.
Right. Yeah, yes, definitely. Still want to win just as badly for the team.
I still think there may come a time. I know you're going to remove certain players from your one game or the other, but I think there's going to come a time when they're going to designate you either play mixed doubles or you play team game.
Well, this is the first year where they're allowing for players to play both, and we saw at the Olympics, once players could play both, that mixed doubles strength of field increased exponentially. So I'm not so sure about that.
No. Now you can argue it's a huge advantage if mixed doubles is first. They know the rocks, they know the tendencies of the ice, and you can pass that on to your regular team.
Yeah, and you're right. If they play, if they play the mixed doubles first in terms of schedule, and then the teams take over the second week, but you also are probably whipped physically and mentally.
Well, that's the issue.
Yeah. So I guess that would be my concern.
Nice to get that on top. Well done.
10.
Kathy, we haven't seen all this game, but what we've seen so far, Team Laws looks awfully sharp, all 4 of them.
I would agree with you. The numbers early for Caitlin weren't particularly good, but she was playing some tricky shots and in some new paths. But as a unit, they looked very solid.
Hit like to nose? Or do you like kind of going 7/8 and try to get the roll behind? Yeah. Nose is fine. Okay. Do I throw smooth or peel?
It's smooth. Yeah, I want to stick, right? Like,
try set like thin 7/8 high to get that.
Yeah, this rock pile in the 4-foot isn't doing much good for Team Brown with the hammer. Desperate for their 2 points. They'd much rather play a draw, utilize these guards, but I think they need to address this issue. Erin's not going to throw this too hard, though. They want to make sure they keep her shooter, maybe get a roll behind cover.
Yeah, there's no triple, so there's no reason to throw it hard.
Erin Pincott. And she'll get rid of 2 and then just sit in front.
Good spot.
Feel the corner or just pick it.
I got.
it depends. Your answers for those two questions from Caitlin. Do we peel the corner or do we pick it? That answer can change depending on whose shot it is and how late in the end it is. I think it's late enough, Joe, that you pick it now. I don't think they're going to go around the corner. It's getting pretty late.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe on seconds first or second, you might get rid of this guard, but it's late enough.
And they do pick it.
Nice throw.
Great sweeping.
Heard Selena say that everything's moving except for the peel, so they've picked up on exactly where to put the broom for those big weight shots.
And I personally love that. I think it's just too easy when a normal 9.5, 10-second takeout doesn't do anything, and it's like throwing darts. A little bit of curl forces you to throw the right speed.
I like drawing. Right? Yeah, I think so. I think you like. Hey.
Erin Pincott, her partner is Matt Dunstone, so we'll see
Felt a little big.
her partner on the ice tonight when we join you at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Draw 1 in men's play.
Sarah, you gotta go.
Just a pile of rotation on this rock.
Line it up. Go, 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 go. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. It's good.
That traveled really nicely. I timed it at a 14.6, which is pretty much normal speed.
Oh, that extra rotation, if it's starting to get a little frosty, is a really great idea.
Peel or firm? Sorry? You like peel or firm? I don't hate peel. Okay. Do you like here with peel then? Yeah. Okay. Peel 3/4? Yeah.
We've often have talked about the changes, potential changes. We know that Radyuju is going to leave the game, but someone like Caitlin Laws has talked about possibly leaving the game in past interviews just because of the family commitments now and everything else. So there's bound to be some changes, but maybe not as much on the women's side, but the men's certainly.
Yeah, that is going to be fascinating.
Do you go another 4 years?
Look out.
Careful on you.
Just a little outward motion.
Yeah.
It looks, Joe, you talked about it earlier, it looks like it's going to go the way you throw it. Like if you back it up a bit, especially with any speed, it's not coming back. And if you're a little soft at all, it's going.
Yeah, even at the start of our game, before we were even talking about frost, that's exactly what it sounded like. Release sensitive, which is great because you have to slide straight at the broom. If you're a little bit wide, a little bit narrow, and you're trying to fix it with your release, the rock's not going to do what you want it to do.
Yeah. You guys like that broom?
Skurlik and Sturmey, they took a timeout to set up this shot, Kathy.
Well, they've taken a lot of looks at those two yellows because of the guard that's up there. Can you hit it on the outside? Can you make the double and stick the shooter? Selena Sturmey made a terrific double against two frozen stones to lie the two.
Yes!
Final stones for Kayla Skurlik. Oh, and crash, and then stuff at the back and spins away.
It's just like one of those games.
So it'll be a steal of one. Just one of those games.
Yeah, go for it.
This field, though, you can probably only have one of those games.
And it'll be a win for Sturmey here in this opening draw as Skurlik concedes. 7-8-2 is your final. And again, we make the point. When we go back to what we saw in Wolfville at the pre-trials, 4-3 was the record on both sides, men's and women, that got you into the final three. And remember now it's head-to-head. So if you're Skurlik now, you need to win 2 more just to get ahead of Sturmey, who has that early advantage. Here we go. Laws. Oh, wow.
So good. That took a lot of confidence to give that a try. You were borderline flashing that out of your hand.
Those numbers do not at all reflect her play.
No, both the shots, the previous end got caught in the frost.
Player numbers. Thank you, sir. I have business here. I have to pay your salary. Player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Well, in that case, keep talking.
I was actually going the other way.
And through it goes, and we'll put a blank on the board here in 8. First blank in since the opener. 6-3 Laws. Kristen Gordon throwing the lead stones for Team Laws out of the Heather Curling Club in Winnipeg against Corinne Brown from Kamloops. Welcome back. Opening day coverage. First draw women's play here at the 2025 Montana's Canadian Curling Trials. So blank on the board means that Laws leads it 6-3, but it is Brown once again with Last Rock has the hammer playing the Yellowstone.
Line's good. Running right now.
Such a great double from Caitlin last end. She missed her run back a little bit full. That double was so thin, you had to let go flashing. If you're a little full again, it's 3 points for Team Brown. But she showed a lot of resolve to make that shot, and now Brown is just desperate for the multiple score.
12-1, Anderson leads the local team. Christina Black from Halifax County.
And it's an open hit for 4. Team Anderson kind of lulled a little bit in this last end. Carrie was trying to hit and roll on her final and stuck right where it was. And so open hit, chance for 4.
Gotta go. Still back 8.
And made.
Still back 8.
Yeah. Hoping to feed off that crowd this week here in Halifax. Christina Black, 12-5 is your final. So Anderson continues to dominate there. That's 8 straight wins against Black lifetime.
Like 10-5? You good with that?
Yeah, valid point. You could lose your own Team Brown yellow one there with that much speed.
Board. Like just go in there.
What do you like, Joe?
It's not really
it's
a
good call
pocket,
too.
Though.
Yeah, I don't mind freezing low
like
on that red one. Yeah,
just come
like
down.
That.
Part of me likes the tap and
Time
roll
out.
just to make sure that they leave some space. If they play a freeze, it's only Sarah's first rock. Things could get awfully squishy in the middle.
You have to score 2 minimum here if you're Team Brown.
If you're 3/4 low, you're missing.
Certainly don't want to throw enough weight to kill that yellow.
Just play it with back ring.
Sure.
They're probably just doing this then.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, my first thought was that you can get to is exactly what you just did. It's like punch it back and just roll in front.
Okay.
What
So
kind of weight do you see?
Thinking,
Knockouts?
yeah, if you can get by that one,
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
back 8 foot.
Yeah.
Keep it in play.
Yeah.
And then just roll like right to the button, right in the
Yeah.
pocket.
Yeah. Even if you get to nose.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we want to throw bigger weight. I think
Yeah.
you're right.
Okay.
Lose that.
We've
Keep
seen
that in play. Yeah. Chisel it off and just roll in the pocket.
Yeah. Okay, so back. Okay. Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
What do you like for a
broom?
broom?
So, you know, there's Jim Cotter. We often say you
there
never
for a
know if you're
draw?
ever going to get that chance again. So in 13, he's playing with John Morris, and they lose the trials final to Brad Jacobs. They go on to Sochi, of course, and win the gold medal, and then he just never gotten close again.
No. It's,
Yeah.
that's an awfully big game to lose, that trials final.
Yeah. More? Jocelyn's
Oh, you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't. That's right. That's a good, valid point. And then he went on that same year and lost the Brier final.
Yes, he did. Yeah. That was their year, Morris and Cotter together.
Yeah. I like Jim Cotter's thinking here to soften the weight, tap it a bit. Should be able to utilize the brushing, get it buried. Maybe have some backing.
Weight's close.
Clean.
Yeah, a little down. Back four. Yep. Back four. Back four. Hard line.
Oh, that guard's
Back
coming
four.
up quick.
Hey, roll up the top. You're on the top. Roll it, Aaron. Go, Aaron. Go, go, go.
And on the top they are.
Roll it on. Roll it on.
And roll it on. They do. Well called. And underneath.
Ooh, sneaky.
Well, we started with this game. Rachel Homan against Kate Cameron, Kathy, and it's over, and it's a big win for Homan.
Well, it's a tremendous win for Homan. Everybody said in this field that if you're going to beat Rachel, this was the game to do it. First time out on the ice, all that pressure, but they didn't even blink.
16 is the most points scored. That's a record, and
That's on.
ties 11 points, ties the record for differential.
Don't. No, I don't think we need to.
I feel like this is going to be the one that's going to hurt us. Do you ever try and play hack?
Play
and
hack
roll
at
in?
it.
Yeah, and if I roll it off the front,
So you have
She
a
has,
bit.
yeah, not quite a quarter.
I think this will curl.
Yeah, it'll
Like I
come
don't
up.
think it'll go crazy, but like here with hack. Okay, you got it.
Interesting the way it's unfolded. This error by Team Brown rolled almost buried, and they're worried about it because they don't have hammer. They can hit the shot rock, but that's very dangerous. You ever tick your own,
Selena's 10-5s came
you
up
could
right
give
here.
up a 3.
Also be grouping your rocks if
Yeah.
you hit that one and a couple doubles.
Sorry, where's
They're
the
worried that yellow's going to end up on the scoreboard, so they're going after it. But this is hard.
Yeah,
Is it ever?
you got it.
They said they have less than a quarter available. Jocelyn has to throw this hard enough to kill it from the rings. She has to get really close to this corner guard, and there's not a lot of time to curl past it.
Whoa, curl.
Stay close, Kristen.
I heard it looked like she said heavy out of her hand. Have they got this? Can you sneak it? Here we go. Got enough? Nothing. Wow. Burned it on the way by.
It's funny how that error was created by an error.
Yeah, like 10.
Okay.
Close. Yep. Hard.
Sarah Colton. Pin caught on the brush.
Close. Yep. Yes. Roll it. Roll. Whoa.
And now, is it in behind? No, it'll spin out and show itself on that wide outturn side, but they do have 2 in there, including shot rock.
Talked about these rocks a lot before the event started. We saw them at the pre-trials, and because they're so new, the striking bands are still fairly rough. They're not worn down over the time. So those high side hits are springing a long way. The gear effects off, and that rolled a lot farther than they guessed.
Well, they're certainly more lively than they were
Yeah.
earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is the third time now we're seeing these stones.
Red.
Points bet they were really quiet. A little more lively at the pre-trials.
Well, and remembering that the pre-trials was 10 ends and 8 men's, 8 women's teams, so they got a lot of reps. And it's like a lot of things. You need to, it's like an old shoe. You need to wear it in a little bit for it to be comfortable. Don't go there, Vic. Don't do it. Don't do it.
He's thinking about it, I can tell.
Don't do it. You're Swiss, you're kind, you are a neutral nation.
Hard roll, hard!
And roll it over on top. Look at that.
That is perfection.
Hard roll, hard! Whoa. That's a nice shot. What would you like? Board? Okay. Okay.
Try to just play board weight at this, hit it right on the nose, sit on top of shot stone. Could be a very lonely red here right away.
Yep. Clean. Whoa. Close, yes, yes! Hard!
Jump.
Oh, they did. Managed to get it by. And then they'll just roll off. Shot rock still belongs to Laws.
Jumped on them halfway down for whatever reason. And that, talking about these rocks again, when it overcurls the center line, you cross the center of a stone, you hit the low side, these rocks don't bounce as much. It's just when it's on the high side. So that hardly rolled at all once you hit it quite thin.
Just ninth end of the game. You want to have a broom on every single rock. They were brooms off thinking it was wide, and then it just took a turn on them. You keep a decent clean down until late, and you don't run the risk of losing these. Not that far off of the perfect nose hit there, though.
Speaking of risk, you don't want to be deep here. Oh, boy.
Need full four. Really curly. Hard. Yes.
Try to keep it on the inside of that yellow.
If they can get it there.
Third. Good sweep. Yep.
Great brush, you guys. 1, 2, 3.
Good sweep. She got third.
Not what they wanted for sure, but if Selena had ever bounced off that yellow, set up a red double, they're looking at 4 without hammers. So that's in a nice, safe spot. It for the moment, it's eliminating 2 yellow.
Way too much. Yeah. Okay.
Knowing how to miss, Joe, right? Like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
There's a veteran right there. So many teams would, you know, it's getting a little slower. Let's play the free, and you throw it 2 feet heavy, and you're looking at 4 yellow.
Not a huge ad.
Aaron Pincott.
Line's good. Room. Line's good. Wait only. Hard line. Wait only. Where? Wait only. Wait only. Line's good. Wait only. Line's good. Stay close.
Didn't lay it right on the face. Taps it back a little bit. And that little bit, does that allow
Sit right there. That'd be really nice.
Laws to maybe make the double here, or at least get to shot stone?
Don't think you can see enough of it because of that red guard.
Gotta get low.
But just a little roll to
I like
our
there,
left,
yeah.
it'd
I
be
think
brilliant.
It's gonna be straight after.
Yeah, I
2
agree.
rocks in a row there.
You got it.
Just try to make sure we get a hair low. Yep. Just gotta get in that low pocket there.
Try the double Vic, which virtually isn't there.
Yeah,
You tick the red guard, which you might, then you open up a real problem.
When I put my broom on it, like it was like a
Right.
deep thing. It just went sideways. It kind of, I guess, sort of similar to my.
Once it gets to the center.
Yeah.
And there you get a sense of the,
I just have to kind of freeze at the end.
I guess we call it the patchiness, but as Greg Wasco says, that it may look worse than it really is. The frost has not come above the pebble. It's difficult, though, to, we always say play what your eye sees, and if your eyes see that, you might want to play something differently.
It's all right. I added quite a bit. Easy, 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 easy.
Whoa.
Easy line. Where?
Caitlin added a lot. This is going to run straight.
Hard, Christy. You got
wanted to get to the inside into the pocket and doesn't do that.
Oh boy.
Oh. Sorry.
There's no reason why you can't hit that dead on. It's framed just beautifully to after it hits to kick that onto there. That's gone. The yellow stays. This goes out that way. Your shooter's probably in this vicinity. Oh boy.
You like a hair less? Sure.
Do you think that, did she just overthrow it? Did she take the wrong ice, or do you think she was affected by what she saw there in that throw?
I think a bit of both. Like a hair positive outward and just had to miss light. Wasn't far off. Could you ever tap that red on after you make this?
Huge opportunity here for Corinne.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Trailing by 3. There's the one, rolls it over, and now you've got your 3 points sitting right there.
Get that in the same spot, Vic, and throw it harder. You sit 4. Watch this thrown rock. When it makes contact, it rolls to the left. With a little more enthusiasm, you kick that red a couple inches, and you could sit the 4. Nice shot, though. Trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should have something.
Here, then it's only 2. Do you want to call timeout? Sure. Might be a good time just to.
Complete control for 2 hours.
So yeah, I think our only shots is
Freeze
this
or the pick.
Or the pick.
Yeah.
Which one do you like?
We have 2 options, freeze or pick.
I like the freeze, but I mean, it's what you guys see.
We've seen this like drop path multiple times.
Okay. Where do we need to, how much wider do we need to go?
Just tuck around.
Yeah.
Or tuck around.
Like even if we're not to it, like even if we're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
tucked
we have to
there.
be, just make sure we're full 4. I just want to see. We were here.
Yeah. We were back.
Now, this would be brilliant in there, but you know, that's a tough shot. You bounce off, you're giving up 4. Anywhere in this type of area, even up into that type of area, it's a very tough draw. You can't remove it, so the tolerance is a little bit short, not a lot short.
Yeah, they also talked about the pick, so just picking that rock off the button and conceding the 3, you take the hammer into the 10th end. That's still a good position on the scoreboard.
Tempting.
It is tempting, but this could save the game. If you can get it anywhere in that region, the 3 is off the scoreboard.
The one advantage, too, is Caitlin just threw it.
Mine's most important, and then
Yeah.
full 4.
Now
top
you
button.
think to yourself, okay, will she maybe pull the string on this one, having overthrown that first time? Marcel Rock, of course, won his 4 with the Furby 4, and now a member of the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame.
A great team they were.
Final stone for Caitlin Laws and the team here in the 9th. Brown does have the hammer, but Brown is in control right now, sitting the 3. But there is a chance to get in and maybe close out this end at any chance for 3.
Yes! Hard line! Whoa!
Peterman and Gordon. Got to get it by that top one. Here you go. Oh, there you go. Rock said he loved the freeze. Just a case if you can make it.
What a shot.
I telestrated, and hers is closer than mine. Really good spot. Oh, boy.
You always knew Marcel was going to say play the draw.
Yeah.
What a great shot.
Yeah. I'm seeing this. Yeah.
Is the hair high?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just smooth?
Yeah.
Can you actually red onto yellow? They're trying to get shot rock off the yellow rays, right?
Yeah, is that top red in the way, though, with how it's frozen?
Absolutely. You're going to lose a back yellow for sure.
You have to play it though. You need. There's no other way to score.
What a shot. Yeah, Vic, we talk about the pressure and how it affects different players. Caitlin Laws, we know how it affects her. She just gets better.
Well, yeah, that's all the experience paying off there. Final stone, Corinne Brown. Thought she had a mittful going. Sarah Colton. Run it back, bang off the top, and pushes it up. And yeah, that red. Wonderful draw by Caitlin Laws to pick up a single. Corinne Brown saw nothing but yellow going up. Now she's seeing red.
The Montana's Canadian Curling Trials on TSN are brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by PointsBet, the official sportsbook and casino partner of Curling Canada.
Just one game remains on the ice. Opening draw women's play at this year's Montana's Canadian Curling Trials here in Halifax. Caitlin Laws and Corinne Brown, and wonderful last draw. Put it right in the perfect spot, leaving Brown a difficult run back. Steal of 1, 7-3 Laws leads it. And now Brown out of Kamloops with last rock, trying to claw her way back as we go to the 10th. Down by 4, and Brown does have last rock, has the hammer, playing the Yellow Stones.
Girl! I'm just going speed, okay? Just speed. Keep going, Barbicos! Barbicos! Go, 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 go!
Very interesting play here after that brilliant shot from the skipper. Last and 4 up here without hammer. Center guard goes up, and then they decided they could have peeled their own rock. 4 up, decided to play the come around, which went in the hack. So there's a lot of shrapnel out there for Team Brown to generate some points here. Very surprised they didn't. I don't think they called a center guard.
No,
I hope they didn't. And you think they'd peel it, Joe?
You know what I think might have happened though? Like maybe it grabs something.
Mhm.
If usually the lead has the mismatched rock. If it's a cutter, sometimes those teeth come out in that 10th end. And then Kristen made a huge adjustment, and that's why the second one went through. I just thought they would peel it.
For
I did
sure.
not think they would be coming around.
Sorry. Just plowed it the whole way. Yeah.
14 for the angle of it.
You want to
That'd be
try
really
or
good.
just the peel? Maybe that's easier. Okay.
It's one at a time. It's good enough
The
here. It's
shooter
just
might block
that center
theirs,
guard
that's the
could be a
only thing,
problem.
eh? If we make it, it's probably blocking theirs right there.
I think I like this. I don't mind, like. Little thinner. Third.
It's funny how it can sneak up on you. You play the straight back double, which the scoreboard says is a good idea, but if you ever stuff it, leave it buried, or you miss it by hair, leave it guarded. Just kill one at a time here. You're 4 up.
Yep, 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 yep.
Nice, Josh.
Oh.
Wow.
Hard, 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 hard.
Oh boy, does that help?
Oh my gosh.
2 out the back, 1 out the front.
Jocelyn threw that hard.
I thought I was going for fun, and then I just
Great
My
shot.
broom
ate
got
the
caught
frost.
in the frost too.
Watch when they go to brush this at the very back and see the ice turning white.
Deep's okay. Yep, yep. Hard line. Lead's good. Hard line. She's got to sit for line.
Sarah Colton.
Top button, or top 4. Line's good. Nice, Sarah. Good, Sarah. Thanks, huh? Very thin. Very thin. They're playing the peel, but
Yeah, no, he's getting cute. Joe is there. Just peelless.
Yep.
3 wide open hits.
entire time keep counting down after it stopped.
Yep. Hard! 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 Right to it. Good sweep. Right out, right out. Nice. Guard.
7-3. Laws leads it, and it's a couple of steals, really the difference. 4 points, of course, but a steal of 2 in the third by Laws, and then that wonderful draw, despite, looking at the numbers. It's when you make them, isn't it? And she makes that beautiful draw against the 3, ends up stealing 1 more. 7-3 leads it. That's your game story, and it's brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
So the shots, the way the scoreboard is, Team Laws just has to keep making contact. But again, this setting, the trials, the pressure, just taking that extra second in the hack. Really dial into these shots. Last end, a lot of the trouble started when Jocelyn Peterman blew by everything on her chase attempt. That flash led to all kinds of trouble.
Clean. Clean. Good sweep. Good sweep.
Look at the trials experience of Team Laws, as we mentioned. All 4 players having played in that final game at the last time around, and there's nothing that can replace that experience. I talked to Selena a couple weeks ago, and she said, I felt out of my own body for the first half of that game. She'd never experienced anything like that.
In the final.
Yep, as much as you try to stay in the present moment and your own routines and what you know works for you in those big games, it's just until you live through it, it's hard to explain that type of pressure.
Running a little. Okay.
Not ideal.
No. Just make them run them out of rocks here. This Laws team didn't come in on any particular high note. They're 4th ranked in Canada, but they came in after a 1-3 performance at the last slam in Lake Tahoe. So they have not had the best of seasons. Their win-loss record was 18-11. They did win an event in Edmonton at the Saville Sports Center early in the season.
I like, Kathy, this lineup, though. I really do, with Selena holding the broom and calling the shots. And Caitlin's in unbelievable shape, and she brushed most of her women's career. I think it's a better lineup.
It does take a little bit of pressure off Caitlin. You can get rid of some of that extra energy by brushing, and she is a great brusher.
Whoa! No. Whoa, curl. Okay.
1. Oh, and just fails to touch it on the way by. So they have 2 left. Have to make them count here, Brown.
That's a shot that you'll see the teams make as the week goes along, get to understand what the rocks are doing.
Have to see it a couple times or maybe just once, and then you get it the next time. This is a team for me that there's so much talent on the lineup, and this whole quad, we just haven't quite see them put it all together. But talk so much about the trials being a different animal, and sometimes these teams, they feel less pressure, and that's when the best comes together. I'm really curious to see how their week progresses.
And when you think back too, Joe, in the quad for Caitlin Law's team in particular, they were all having families. And so that is not a minor distraction. That is, dealing with the pregnancy itself and having the baby, and then trying to have your family here, and you're running off the ice all the time. So lots and lots of distractions. They're now all settled in, and that makes a difference too.
Okay. Good. You just have to get rid of.
Yeah, I think the same.
Just make it go away.
Yep.
So the out again, since you just threw it.
Oh God, no kidding. I tried through that with the
14, 16, 20. Okay, make it go.
Next game for Laws is against Sturmey, coming off her win. Brown will play Skurlik.
Well, just clean. Well.
Just clean, and that will do. It'll go into the books as a win for Caitlin Laws and the team from the Heather Curling Club on this opening draw of the Montana's Curling Trials here in Halifax. Make the final 7-3. But it was a dominating performance by the #1 team in Canada and the world, Rachel Homan, as she wins 16-5 over Kate Cameron. That's the most points scored combined, 21. Most scored by one team, 16. And I don't think we really should be surprised here at those four. It's going to be and come down to, as we mentioned earlier, if there's a concession of first place to Homan, who's going to get 2 and 3? And then you look at head-to-head the rest of the draw. Yes, we are in Halifax, the Nova Scotia capital. So nice to be back here on the East Coast.
You know, it's stacked. You've just got to go out and make every shot you can as best as you can. We look at ourselves and, you know, we're starting with the #1 team in Canada, and all we can do is really focus on ourselves. We want to do everything we can to win and believe we can win.
As good as it gets, a lot of rivalries and a lot of history amongst everybody. I don't think any of us would have it any other way. I think we all want to run through each other, and, you know, that's the way we got it.
And that will be our featured game when the men take to the ice for the very first time tonight. It'll be John Epping against Matt Dunstone. Epping, interestingly enough, started his season back in August in Italy, thinking that he might just taste La Dolce Vita before he comes here and looks to wear the maple leaf in Cortina against the #1 team in Canada in Matt Dunstone. That's when we join you again tonight at 6 p.m. But a dominating performance by Rachel Homan, #1 in Canada, #1 in the world. Yeah, she scored more than 5. She scored a 3, a 4, and a 6 on the way to a 16-5 win. Till we talk with you again, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, thank you for joining us. Montana's Canadian Curling Trials are here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.